Calculus is essentially the study of infinity. Was my calculus teacher in high school put it, it's the study of the infinitely large and the infinitely small. The essence of calculus is this idea of limits, looking at a graph and trying to get to a certain point and approach that point closer and closer and closer, as closely as physically possible, without actually approaching that point. The rate of change as you keep approaching that point on that graph continues to decrease because you are getting closer and closer, you're inching closer and closer, but each inch, each infinitesimal distance that you travel is smaller and smaller and smaller. Kind of think of it like an asymptote. An asymptote is a great example of a limit where, the graph goes like this, but you're inching closer and closer and closer to the line without actually ever reaching that line. The asymptote, let's just say you have an asymptote x equals 3, so you're reaching 3 closer and closer and closer, but the graph and 3 will never touch, no matter how infinitely close they are. And I say infinitely as kind of an abstract thing. It just means a really small distance, a really small, almost abstract distance. Functionally speaking, though, they will never touch. Even if they are almost right on top of each other, they're never going to touch. So that is the essence of calculus, is the idea of limits and trying to reach something that is infinitely far away. You have to think of it as like Gojo's infinity in a sense. The closer you reach his infinite field, the slower your hand goes towards him. And even though, yeah, you could try and reach him, your hand will just forever get stuck in the stasis of getting slower and slower and slower. His entire ability and all of his abilities really are based on calculus. So if you want to learn calculus, just watch Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.